Hello there. Tonight's brush is my Rooney Restore. It's got a 24 millimeter 2-band golden nib silver tip knot in it. And tonight's soap is Holy Cow's King of Oud. Now I looked on their website. There's a ton of scents in this. I can tell you some of them that I'm smelling, just a few. But there's in my opinion, a big sandalwood scent in it. The sage is fairly strong. Egyptian sage, probably not Egyptian sage, but some type of sage. But that's fairly strong. They also list lemon, and I get a kind of a background of that. It comes up into my nose and kind of get that sharp kind of lemon citrusy kind of thing going on. Bergamot. There feels or smells almost feels like there's almost a licorice quality to this. That's not listed. But it even has, like, when you put it up to your face, there's a sharpness to your eyes. It's just a fantastic scent. Now, their site says that oud or oud, or how I call it oud. Okay. That true oud essential oil is so expensive that it's hard that they can't afford it, or that it's reserved for only the most expensive perfumes or whatever. And so what they say is that they blended essential oils and fragrances to kind of produce their own version of oud. And there's, in my opinion, of the oud scents that I have smelled, which have been like maybe 3 more besides this one. So, not super experienced, but there's almost a fruity, earthy, kind of fruity, melony almost kind of scent to most of the oud fragrances that I smell. And I am getting that a bit in the background, but it's not as strong as others. And to be quite honest, I prefer that this way. Sometimes that scent can be a bit more than I would like, and so. But this is a fantastic accord, a fantastic blend of fragrances that really just it's lovely. So let's load up a brush. I've got my scuttle because it's that time of year, ladies and gentlemen. This is also, I forgot to mention, a donkey milk soap. Donkey milk is one of the ingredients. It is 4th on the list. So it is a fairly significant part of the mix. And it's loading in the brush really flipping fast, so good deal. So let's lather. This soap was also, I forgot to mention, but this soap was a gift to me from Buddy Blankenship. Need to add a bit more water to that. It has, I don't know if you can see it, but that That wonderful kind of, let me see. Well, that didn't work. Let's see. Try this. I'm trying to get where you can actually see that sheen, and the lighting in my den here is actually too much, in my opinion, and I really need some kind of diffuser. I just haven't figured out how to rig one up yet. And I have probably close to a week of growth. I do want to apologize. I'm not really putting out as many videos as I have been. I can be kind of spotty regardless. Sometimes, you know, things happen and get in the way, that kind of thing. But we're getting into the winter months. That's a lovely scent on the face. I would give it for strength a good 7. Fantastic. And I can feel, it almost feels like it has menthol in it, but it's not listed in the ingredients. But anyway, back to what I was saying. When winter comes around, or when it begins to get close to winter, because we're not actually in winter, but we are in the latter parts of fall and starting into winter. But this is not an excuse, it's just how it is. But let me I'm using my Simmons Hardware, the Hornet, with walnut scales. Anyway, this time of year, I have really powerful allergies and asthma, and that's a fantastic edge. This time of year is the hardest time of year for me health-wise. I tend to keep, well, for lack of a better term, it's almost like I have a respiratory illness on up until about spring. My lungs shut up, they shut down, they don't want to work, it's really difficult to breathe, that kind of thing, and so I don't have as much energy, and I'm not as inspired in this time of year, because I wouldn't say that it causes depression, but it just sucks all the energy out of me. And even if I have time, a lot of times I'll just sort of sit there because I don't have it. Nice slickness, and I don't have as much desire. There's not as much inspiration. And so my videos, my content slows down. A lot of you guys that watch me shaving and are part of the group that watches my sharpening videos are probably wondering where I went, you know. And that's just what it is. I'm just really tired all the time and really run down, and I don't have the enthusiasm and the energy in this part of the year. It's just really difficult for me to do the things that I've got to do. So but if you're watching this and you're waiting on another sharpening video, I'll put one up soon. I've got a good idea for one. well, I got an idea for like a sharpening discussion. Sharpening and honing, it'll apply to both straight razors and knives and tools and whatnot, and I'll put it on both my honing and my sharpening playlist. But I've also got an idea for a sharpening, or I've got a knife I'm going to be sharpening as well. I have a actual sharpening video coming up as well. And for those of you that are wondering, the cut is basically healed and closed completely. It just needs time to do what it's going to do, whether that means it's going to leave a permanent scar, or whether it'll be smaller and more or less obvious. So it's what it is. I'm ugly anyway. So what's another scar to me? That's a lovely edge. I believe that's an Escher edge. It's not quite in Black Ark territory, so my next smoothest edge would be an Escher, and that's really smooth. Lovely. Fantastic shave. This is a lovely base. The soap base here is wonderful. The scent is really strong. It's got there's a fantastic kind of sharpness to this scent that I really like. I think this is the only one of their soaps I've had the privilege to try. Lovely. Beautiful. Dig myself just a tad bit. Lovely. Beautiful. I'm going to finish this off. I'm going to use Stetson. Stetson is not quite this kind of scent, but it's close. It's just got more, I don't know what you would call it. Maybe there's a bit of leather in it, or no, it's got more of like a powdery type scent in it. If you took the powdery scent out of this, it would be really, it would really go with that a lot better, but it's still a wonderful scent. And I put like 10 ton of menthol in that. And yeah, remember I said it was closed up? Well, it's not completely, because that's where I'm bleeding from, but it's healing. It's healing well. What we're going to do now is go ahead and treat that, just because that should close it right up. So I hope you've enjoyed it. I thank you for coming along. Bless you. I'll talk to you later.